Now, in this question, I'm going to go ahead and write things as I go, as I typically do. It talks about the fact that the greatest property taxes are 4.5%. Now, typically in a problem, you want to take the percent and turn it into a decimal equivalent, which occurs by moving the decimal 2 places to the left. Because remember, percent is really a misnomer. That means it's named kind of misleadingly, because percent really means per 100. So you would really divide by 100. However, because in this question we have various percentages, as long as we write each one as its percentage value, for example, 4.5 or 0.5 as the percent or 3, I can just keep them all in that form. It's almost like they're all in the same units. And then notice it's talking about for every 10 miles from the school, the property tax decreases by 0.5. Remember, for every 10 miles. And if you're unsure about where to put the different values, like whether the 0.5 was on top or the 10, just think about this as if it were a graph. The independent axis is always X, dependent is Y. So which one depends on which? Well, the taxes change as it relates to the distance, right? So because of that, distance is independent, it's on the x-axis, and slope is rise over run, which means we're talking about the change in taxes, so 0.5, over the change in the distance, so 10 miles. And we're looking at this as really the 4.5 was the y-intercept, and this negative 0.5 over 10 is the slope. And that occurs for, let's say, d miles, for every d miles here. And we're trying to figure out, as a result, what would the distance have to be, d, so that the output or the property tax ends up being 3%. Now, I would just use my program solver at this point. You could do it by hand if you would like, but let's go ahead and use the program, which is the 5th program. We'll type in our left side 4.5 minus 0.5 over 10, and we'll put our variable there. We'll put the right side as 3, and we get 30. So the correct answer is C.